Hello Aries, welcome to your October 2022 general reading. Thanks for joining me. My name is Michelle and this is for Sun and Rising signs. A general reading today. I'm leaving it completely open to spirit. Whatever messages come through for my lovely Aries for the month of October 2022. So let's see what's going on for you guys. What does Aries need to look out for? Predictions for Aries, some lookouts, some strengths, some challenges. Let's see what's going on here for Aries during the month of October 2022. If at any time during the reading, guys, you're enjoying it or getting something out of it, then please do me a favor and press that like button, that thumbs up. That would be really exciting news for me if I got lots and lots of likes on this video. So if you want to help me out there, please do. I'd love it if you'd do that right now, actually, guys. Thanks so much. Let's get some oracle cards for you. Now, I'm going to pull one from this deck, and it's not gender specific, this reading. So I don't want you to focus on gender of the cards or anything like that. It is completely open, doesn't matter how you identify. So let's see, what is the energy of Aries for the month of October? For fire sign Aries, she who enfolds, swathe, embrace, self-care. Okay, so there's an energy here of giving yourself a big old hug here, Aries. So whatever you've been doing, I get an energy here of needing to take care of yourself, needing to look after yourself, especially if you've been working super hard lately. Perhaps you've been burning the candle at both ends here, Aries, and there's a need for you to step back, perhaps take a little self-care time. Let's get the energy around you. Let's get the energy around Aries for the month of October. The energy of Aries, please. The High Priestess, I love that. Know thyself. Know when it's time to take a step back from other people, from life events, and take some time for yourself. Self-care is the theme of the month here. Speaking of themes, let's get an energy here from Seasons of the Witch, since it's Halloween time for a lot of places in the world. Let's see. What is the theme of the month for my beautiful Aries for the month of October? Voices. Okay. With a tug at the gut, feel them romance your very breath. Listen to the gentle flickering within your eyes, for this is where they guide. Well, it's that voice from within, listening to your body, listening to that inner compass of yours that's guiding you to look after yourself, put yourself as number one responsibility here. So whatever you've been doing that has taken a lot out of you recently, it's time to refocus your energy and put it squarely on yourself here, Aries, by the look of this. Let's get your familiar for the month. Please show me Aries familiar for the month of October. Please show me the familiar. The hedgehog. Okay. Well, there's an energy of protection here, isn't there? When we think of the hedgehog, you know, you can't, he's not warm and cuddly, so it may be an energy around you of, we've got this card of swathe, embrace, self-care, embracing yourself, but perhaps not embracing others at the moment, especially if they're not acting right. So let's see. Aries, I've got you here. You're coming up as the Three of Cups. Okay, so for a lot of you, you're getting out, enjoying yourself, but not in a way here which is causing problems in your life. I just feel that it's rebalancing the scales. You've been putting a lot of focus on perhaps a partner in the past, or your work, or perhaps both of those things, home issues. And so now I get you wanting to go out here and enjoy a little bit more you time. That includes getting out with close friends, people who you can just have a good time with, not really put a lot of I'm not getting a lot of depth here. It just feels like good times. And we have the Eight of Cups. Yeah. I feel that you're walking away from romance here for a little while, Aries. For some of you, you've decided to go it alone for a little bit. Now, it's not because you haven't got people around you that are interested. I actually feel that you have. But you're kind of going to ground here, Aries, with this hedgehog disguise of yours and saying, you know what, I'm not really in the mood for love in October. So I get you being out with your friends here, and you'll entertain and you'll be entertaining with them. But when it comes to people approaching you, I get the prickly Aries pops out here and says, no thank you. Certainly not in the mood for love. So you're walking a solitary path when it comes to love at the moment. So if you're in a relationship, this is probably not going to be your reading. Feel free to check out one of your other signs. But this is for someone who's just either recently walked away from a love partnership or is just not looking at the present time. Now, we do have the Ten of Pentacles. You're kind of thinking to yourself, you know what? What's the big deal about love? What the heck? Why do people carry on so much about it? Why do they carry on so much about love? You think it's it's much ado about nothing. You think, what's the big deal? You seem to be happy on your own here, Aries, and you know what? It's not that you're lonely. I feel that you have people around you. You have company when you want company, but then you don't feel obligated. You know, you don't want to feel obligated to be with someone. You don't want to have a lot of responsibilities put on you. You'll be with people. You'll be social, but on your terms. I feel when you want company, but you don't want to feel like you have to have company. You'd rather have your space. You've thought a lot about this actually recently, Aries, you have. And I just get you coming to a conclusion here that, you know what, I can give this, I need to focus all of my love towards myself right now. And some people might consider that selfish, but it isn't. It isn't being selfish. It's really just being self-aware. I feel that you're very self-aware here, Aries, and you know what you can give and you know what you can't give. So you're not going to make promises, and you're not going to get into something that you know you can't follow through with, or that you've got no intention of following through with. We have the Four of Cups right in the center of this reading. Yeah, it's not that you're disillusioned with love. I just get you being uninterested at the moment. Now, I'm getting an energy around you here for some of my Aries that's long term. You know, some of you are thinking, I don't really care if I ever get love again. I'm good. I'm just going to focus on, well, I get, it's not that you're going to be lonely. I actually feel like it's quite the opposite. I actually feel like your options are going to expand because of this. And isn't that always the way, guys? When you get in the mindset of not wanting something, suddenly they all come out of the woodwork. So I feel like you're going to attract a lot of people when you're out socializing. People are going to want to they're going to see you as somewhat of a challenge. But I get you being uninterested. The challenge for you is to let down people easily, though, Aries, because they're going to want to come. They're going to want to come up to you, possibly when you're out at social events, and I think you're going to have to be really, really careful about how you reject some options here. Yeah. And be mindful of you know, that every now and again there's going to be a rare one that comes up for you that Spirit says, you know, maybe not outwardly reject it, you know, maybe take a second look and see. So whatever's happened here to cause this energy, within you. I just feel it's self-awareness, really. I'm not seeing anything major happening. It just feels like you've done a lot of questioning recently, Aries, about who you are and what you want, how you see yourself in the future. Do you see yourself in a marriage? Do you see yourself with children? Do you see... And if you don't, then you're kind of thinking, well, you know what, I'm just going to disappoint people. I'm just going to let people down if they have an expectation from me that I'm not willing to give to them. So you'd rather just not get involved romantically, is what I'm getting from Spirit. Now again, this won't be for every Aries, guys, so feel free to check out your other signs. We've got the Devil here. Yeah, I just think that you're an interesting person here, Aries. I feel that you can come across as a bit prickly. You know, we've got this hedgehog, right? It's a protective layer that you have there to perhaps disguise some vulnerability. I don't feel that you want people to get too close to see what you perceive as flaws. If they do, then I think it may make you feel quite uncomfortable. It could even force you to reject people who you feel are going to criticize you, who are going to judge you in a negative fashion for what you perceive as your flaws. So I get you putting up a very strong protective layer. I even get that you might even scare people away here with this prickliness. I even get scaring people away with I'm getting some kind of antics here. I'm not sure what that is. It just could be something that you do to shock, like you shock people. Now again, that won't be for everyone, but Aries, I've got you tend to shock people, and they're not expecting a response. They're not expecting some kind of response from you. And so it can come across as shocking, and I think it scares some people away here, Aries. Now, I'm not sure what that is exactly, but it's coming up as the Devil. And I feel it has something to do with how you see yourself. Okay. All right, well, let's see. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. Now, be careful not to just exclude love for the benefit of going after fame and fortune, money. They're all about the Benjamins, right? It's Spirit is saying that's an empty road, ultimately unfulfilling. And you're probably thinking, Michelle, you're crazy, you're high. You know, why do I need love when I've got all of these pentacles? You know, I'll cry my tears and I'll wipe them with my $100 bills, and that's going to swathe me. You know, I almost see this woman here swathing herself in money, swathing herself in material things to make herself feel good. But it's very superficial, guys. It's very much something that lacks true connection. So Spirit is saying, be careful on the road to riches. Be careful on the road to okay, I'm getting this message for some of you here. It's best to keep the people close to you who know you, who are not going to be scared by you, who know you, okay, and that aren't attracted by money, who aren't attracted to fame and fortune, who aren't attracted to all that. It's best to keep the people close to you who know you, who will protect you. they're not going to let anyone attack you, anyone, fierce defenders. Because I think that you're going to need some defending here, Aries, I do. Because it seems to me like you're on the road to success. It does. It feels very much like you instinctively know that you're on the road to success. It's a lonely road, so you don't want to get to that place without people who love you for who you are. And I think those are the people that accept you for who you are, accept your devil side here, accept your light and your dark, are not going to be shocked, are not going to be put off by this prickly energy that seems to be around you at the moment. Like, I don't want love, or go away love, it's much ado about nothing, what's the big deal, I don't need love. At some point you may feel differently, and so I'm not saying you have to go around and accept every possible person that comes towards you. No, I just get a feeling here of don't outwardly reject people who are around you, or people who have been around you in the past that genuinely love and care for you here, Aries. Because there's a tendency when we're going up the ladder in life, climbing the ladder to success, to ignore, reject, not be around people that knew us in our previous existence, and attracting to us people who are successful too, but the thing is, these people are attracted to success. Like attracts like there. So if the wheel doesn't keep spinning in the upward motion, then those kinds of people tend to fall away, and then who are you going to rely upon? I also get a lot of cutthroat kind of energy around people that are on that upward ladder. You have to be really careful about who you count as friends when you're upwardly mobile, because you do attract a lot of people who are nice to your face but behind your back work against you. So remember that. I think that you may need, at the end of the day, you're going to possibly regret in the future not holding on to some people here who have your back. Whoever that might be. I pick it up as people who've known you for a long time, Aries. Okay? But the good thing here is I see success coming your way. The Chariot. Yeah, don't become so egotistical on that high horse of yours, Aries, when you're the boss babe, or the boss bitch, or the boss or boss daddy, or whatever you want to call yourself here. You don't want to become Miranda Priestley. You don't want to become the devil here, and some people might be looking at you as that, like an arrogance, too big for your britches. This is the type of energy that people tend to well, you're probably thinking, well, they respect that, people respect that, but at the end of the day, they really don't. I think they fear it, but I don't think that they respect it. So do you want to be respected, or do you want to be feared? Seems to be a question for you, because you're on this path to success. I feel that you're going to achieve that success, either option you choose. Some will choose to be respected, some will choose to be feared. But it seems like you're on the way to the top here. You're going to be in some kind of leadership position. Now, whether that's in your workplace or whether that's in your own business, I see you reaching the top there. And I see you attracting a lot of attention. And I see you putting love completely out of the picture for a lot of you, Aries, because you think, I don't need love anyway. I've got my job, I've got my career, I've got my position. At least that seems to be the mindset that a lot of Aries are in at the moment. Now we've got the King of Wands. This is an energy here of, again, I get leadership. I feel that that's you, Aries, male or female. I feel that you're being given a unique platform in life to stand up for something that you believe in. Okay. All right, my spirit guide is saying that for you, Aries, one of the traps of this upwardly mobile energy that I'm picking up around you, and things seem to be going pretty well. Love is definitely not in the picture, but goodness, I see success and I see good things coming towards you. You're not interested in love. But there's kind of two ways you can go here. You can go down the road of having a platform, of having a set of values, a set of things that you believe in, that you're not willing to compromise on. And that's great. That's great. You shouldn't compromise. You shouldn't compromise who you are. You should absolutely stand up and be who you are. But you don't want it to veer off into this ego energy that I'm picking up around this Chariot. You don't want to delay or sabotage your success by becoming too much in the ego. Now, of course, that won't resonate with all of my Aries out there, but it will for some. And you have the Six of Swords. Yeah, this is definitely an edge. There's a you can keep your edge. My spirit guide just said keep your edge. You can keep your edge. Just tone down the arrogance. Tone down the Miranda Priestley energy. You know, this is only good in the movies. This doesn't work in real life. Okay, this kind of person doesn't succeed in real life. They don't. They fall. They may be up top for a minute or two, but they get taken down pretty easily. So you don't want people to take you down. You don't want people to be actively trying to sabotage your success because they don't like you. So don't be that person here, Aries. But you can keep your edge. You can keep your attitude. You can definitely make sure that you don't compromise your standards, your beliefs. You can definitely have a stance, stand up for what you believe in on this platform of yours, this boss-like energy that I'm picking up. I get you being a fierce defender of other people. I get you being someone who will defend yourself, of course. There's a lot of defense energy here with this hedgehog. But underneath it all, there's an ooey gooey Aries in there somewhere. It's hiding pretty deeply, I get that, but it's there, and I think that sometimes you have to let that empathy out. You don't have to be that. I'm not saying you have to walk around without this tough shell or be vulnerable all the time, but just every now and again, let that side come out, because you don't want to get to the point here where you close off, where you're unrelatable, where you can't relate to people can't relate to you. There's an energy here of needing to maintain relatability in a boss-like position, but that's not to say that you're going to be everyone's best friend. No, you're not. You're going to still fulfill your leadership position. You're the boss. And you need to stand strong and firm and make sure that you don't compromise your beliefs, your values, or lower your standards. You're not going to do that. But neither are you going to forget that human side of yourself. You know, this Four of Cups reminds me of someone who switches off their emotions, can no longer empathize. with people. Reminds me of some people who perhaps get famous or get a lot of money in life and forget where they came from. There's an energy here of needing to be humble, to remember your beginnings, to remember to relate to those humble beginnings, because that's what got you here. Aries, that's what got you to this success. So don't forget that, Aries. Don't forget that. I'm going to get one more card here for you. I'm going to get an advice card, and then I'm going to leave this reading here for the month of October. I hope that you've gotten something out of it, Aries. Again, it won't be for everyone. Feel free to check out your other sign placements. There's a scale, of course, for some of you. For some of you, this will be something just very minor, a minor ego issue, and for others of you, it may be a little bit more than that. So you, of course, will know. There's an energy here of knowing yourself, and your voice carries weight. What you say to people carries weight. It will get back to you. So what you put out to people comes back at you. So if you come out with all of this venom, prickliness, anger, arrogance, then that tends to attract that back at you. But I feel that for you, the better way forward is to soften the approach. So that you don't have to put up so much of a protective layer against people who are bothered by someone who is acting perhaps, or someone who they perceive as acting arrogantly. You know, I think that you see yourself as some kind of prickly monster here. I mean, I don't want to use that term, but that's what came out. You see yourself as this prickly person. But the thing is, that's part of who you are, Aries. But you could also soften that edge. You know? It's saying you can keep that edge, but just soften it slightly. And I think that that's really all that you need to do. But when it comes to love, gosh, I just feel like you've checked out. But you're certainly on the path to career success. I see that. Some of you may even be taking a solo trip, possibly a car trip across country. Some of you are traveling for a job opportunity. I'm getting that. Okay. Possibly to interview for a job. Okay. All right. Let's see. What is the message here for Aries, please? Advice for Aries moving forward. Advice for Aries for October. What am I grateful for right now? Adopt an abundance mindset. Gratitude is the antidote to all our problems. It is impossible to be fearful and grateful at the same time. Gratitude improves our health, opens our heart, and changes our state. The universal law of attraction says that we attract into our lives that on which we are focused. Close your eyes, put your hand on your heart, and think of 3 things for which you are grateful for today. And notice the abundance growing within you. Yeah, it's really just remembering to be grateful for the path, for the lessons, for the way that, for everything that's gotten you to this point. And remembering that. It's something here that I'm picking up, Aries. I feel it's just that energy of needing to be mindful of what you attract to you. You don't want to attract a lot of, anyone who achieves a certain amount of success will have haters, but you don't want to attract so many that it becomes ridiculous, and it becomes, you become the enemy. You don't want that. No. No. So put out to the world what you would like to receive back. If you want love and adoration from people, put that love and adoration out to them, and you will attract that back tenfold. But again, Aries, it's towing that fine line between doing that, and you don't want to be a pushover either. You're not going to be a pushover if you're in a boss position. You have to have a stance. You have to say, I will allow this, I won't allow other things, and you get to decide there. You get to decide which boundaries you let people, you don't want people to cross. You say, that's my boundary. It's a little bit like famous people who are eating in a restaurant, putting up a boundary and saying, look, I will take a selfie with you, but can I eat my food first? That kind of thing. It's you can't let people just run roughshod over you and take over your life. No, but neither can you get angry and abusive at people like that either. So it's learning to toe that fine line between making sure that you have a boundary there. I feel like I'm talking to someone who's achieved some kind of level of recognition. Now, it could be that some of you have to go out and wear a hat or put on some sunglasses, or perhaps disguise yourself a little bit more when you're going out. For some of you, just to maintain a little bit of anonymity. Again, that won't be for everyone. That's very specific, but I'm going to leave it there for you, Aries. Interesting. And I wish you all the very best. If you'd like a personal reading, you can email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com, or you can go to my Etsy store. The link is down below. I am offering Skype readings in addition to the recorded readings as well. So feel free to check out that. The link is in the box below. Please do take a moment to press that thumbs up button, guys. I'd be so appreciative if you would do that. Share me on your social media. And if you are a newcomer, I would love to have you subscribe. Thank you, Aries. I wish you all the very best, and bye for now.